Hi, Soul Family. How are you? Just turn down the radio a second. I got a feeling tonight's going to be a really good night. That's something that we want to say. Anyway, what came on a minute ago was I haven't been able to work all morning because my elderly neighbors decided to dig up the past. They've been jackhammering like crazy all around the family spa. And I thought that was kind of rolling through my head. And then on the radio, I heard family secrets, identity, and what happens when those family secrets come to life. And I thought, so right now, I got my money. Let's kick it. Fill up my cup, mazel tov. Oh, there they go again. Seriously, you guys are gonna start. Just when I get organized here, right? I guess I should have just stayed over there. So what I'm getting from this whole situation is family secrets having to do with, who knows what everybody's family secrets are. We're gonna move back to where I was set up a second ago. And interesting because what I was looking at was my family album, right? So let me get organized here. It's a little less chaotic over here. Is that better? I'm a cowgirl again today. Hold on. Okay. I don't know that thing will stay. That's driving me out of my mind, right? It's just like, oh my God. It's been going since 7 o'clock this morning. Sammy wanted to go outside just to get away from the noise, and then he got outside and he's like, oh my God, it's out here too. It's everywhere. So let me just get the rest of our cards. Hold on, sorry. I thought we had a lunch break, or I wasn't gonna have to listen to that. So annoying. I'm gonna have to leave just to get out of here because it's too much for me energetically to handle. I'm grabbing some cards, so hold on. What decks do you want me to use, Spirit? Just one. Just give me one freaking deck. Okay. All right. I'm dropping everything. That might be a message. I'm dropping everything. Somebody might be dropping everything. Okay. Lord. My daughter's out of town with her husband. They're working. And so I'm going to go pick up my grandson in a little while. I think I'm just going to freaking leave because I can't handle this. So family secrets coming to life, right? And here's the family sitting here. I'm thinking about that. So I've got my money. So maybe there's been an issue with, maybe somebody has passed. What I got was, somebody has passed, a grandparent, or, digging up the past. Maybe somebody's gone to the family home. Something's come up. Maybe somebody has decided that, it's time that you knew this, that you learned this. Because I said my elderly neighbors decided to dig up the past all around the family jacuzzi. So hot water. And it has to do probably with a will, right? Maybe inheritance, money that was supposed to go to somebody and it wasn't going to the rightful place is what I'm getting. So we'll see what that has to do with today's reading. I just got my ships have come in, so maybe somebody has decided to be honest, or maybe they have, I don't know, maybe the court system has stepped in and finally a ruling has gone in the favor of where it should have gone all along. There's just been interference is what I'm getting. So items to choose from. Thinking about family trees. I love this. When this lights, it sends off a reflection of all of these pine cones. I love this. So there's that. That'll be earth element. Maybe with whatever the situation is, no doubt there's going to be the need for forgiveness. So we have the Pelican. The Pelican says, well, the Pelican's message is, and it might be to the Pelican, or it might be to you, that you need to drop the burdens that you've been carrying. Maybe this one's been carrying a swordfish. You see in the center? So you think of King of Swords, Queen of Swords. Someone's been concealing information. They've had information and they haven't spoken it. So maybe that's what it was. I had information and I didn't speak. And because of that, this happened or didn't happen, and the next door neighbor, the elderly next door neighbor, decided to dig up the past and say what they needed to say. Maybe that was done. Maybe it wasn't the elderly next door neighbor. Maybe it was somebody who inherited the family farm. Wow, I don't know where that came from. I was going to say property. But they found some information that had been hidden. So basically the message is drop the burden, whatever this burden is. Release this, whatever this is. The King of Swords, Queen of Swords is speaking your truth. It's also a lawyer, legality. But somebody's got this fish stuck in their mouth. You've been carrying somebody or something, and you need to drop it. You need to release it. Release it. You need to release it. So if it's forgiveness, what I got was your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So maybe it's something you've been holding on to from the past that you need to release. You can't move forward if you don't have, if you can't release the past. And forgiveness brings about a healing. No, it brings about the ability to heal so that you can move forward, right? And whatever that might be. This is really cool. I like this guy. He's very heavy. He's very weighted down by what he's carrying. That'll be air element. And interesting. To you, this might just be kind of strange, and I wasn't quite sure why it worked its way back into the house. But my Uncle Phil and I were waterfall hunting, and we were in some trail. Trying to remember where we were, Uncle Phil, when I found this. This was the coolest piece of fungus. When I got it, it was like this big. It looked like antlers. It was huge. And I wanted to bring it home. And I said, hey, how can I get this home without ruining it? And I had it in my suitcase. Then I brought it home, and for the longest time, it remained that way. And then I thought, well, I better put it out on the patio because I don't want it to get all moldy and disgusting, right? And what I'm thinking about is petrified wood. And the message for petrified wood is, because it's hard as rock now. And it was very, very spongy, filled with water, very soft, and it was rot. It was starting to rot, and I thought, no, I can't allow that to happen. I need to have this. For some reason, I needed to have this. And look at the leopard coloring of it. So I laid it outside in the sun, and it dried out. And instead of rotting, which is what it would have done if it fell on the ground of the forest, it turned into, it's hard, it's petrified wood. And it was a fungus that was growing on the tree, but it was a beautiful fungus, a fungus amongus. There's a fungus among us. It's very moist, and it was beautiful. It was a little covering, a little shelter for some little animals. And I brought it home. Song right now, Animal. What are you waiting for? Take a bite of my heart tonight. Oh no. I'm an animal. Oh, you're an animal. I'm afraid you're an animal. And you'll never be satisfied, but take a bite of my heart. Interesting. So, petrified wood, the message to petrified wood is that something that you have believed in for a very long time is about to take place. And everyone who has naysayed you, said you were crazy, or wanted to make you doubt yourself is going to all of a sudden want to jump on the bandwagon and be on your side. Because what you have been believing in, what you have trusted in, it's about to happen for you. So I love this one. So we've got the Pelican. The Pelican is going to be, we said air, right? And we said the pine cone should be earth. But the pine cone, instead of this being earth, we're going to make this fire because it's a candle, okay? We're going to make this earth element. And interesting that I chose the pelican to be air because it was flying, but it's a water bird and it's holding a fish in its mouth. So I think we're going to swap this one and make this be water element. And we're going to make this one be air element, the royal stag. I love this. I have a pair. Look at that. Fits perfectly in my arms. This will be air because Psychic antennae, very intelligent. I love this. I choose this. I did. I chose the pair of them. Okay, so those are our vitamins. Vitamins. How funny. Vitamins. Somebody needs their vitamins. And they need to get it fresh. They need to get it fresh. I got this morning that there was somebody that was suffering from headaches, and they thought, I need to take more medication. I shouldn't take more of this medication. I know it's not good for my body, but I can't stop right now. I've got to keep moving, and so I'm taking more and more and more. And the thing is, you have your headache because of where you are. It's either the job you're in or the people that are around you, and you need to get your headache is because of stress. Your headache is because you're not in the right place. And the energy around you is toxic. So you'll find yourself healing if you're out in the trees, if you're out in nature, and you get your vitamins from the sun. So the first message, and we're starting with air. Your air, right? Chameleon, act as if. Now, the chameleon, my daughter rescues chameleons, and she just got a new one. It's 14, the number of temperance, right? Which is self-restraint. It's not necessarily like, it's you choosing to hold yourself back or refrain from, or what I hear when I think of it is sensitivity or gentleness for self. That's what I get. That's what I get. And it's kind of like what these animals are like. They're very sensitive. And they're very gentle, and you have to be very sensitive with them. So many children hurt them, and they die very slow deaths in excruciating pain because people don't know how to take care of them. That's why my daughter runs this organization. They require very special misting. They require very special heat lamps. They're sensitive to the elements around them and how they're cared for. And you know, you've seen on YouTube or on Facebook the little video of the man holding the chameleon and they're blowing bubbles and the chameleon's going like this, and they think, oh, how cute is that? No, he's very stressed out. He's very traumatized. You don't realize how traumatized they are. People need to be enlightened out how sensitive these ones are. It makes perfect sense that we chose the one with the great psychic antennae and the number of gentleness. And I would say temperance is, you're temperate. You think about a temperate climate, temperate situation, tempering yourself. It's about what you need to do to keep things so that you handle things well, right? The one that's got the headaches, things aren't temperate around them. So act as if. Acting as if talks about, act as though what you need is already there. Act as though the changes that you are going through are already complete. You have to check out your, like what's going on outside. That if I focused on that would drive me crazy. I'm extremely sensitive. I'm gonna have to leave. But I'm tuning into this instead of tuning into that, right? So I'm acting as if that's not there. That's the message that I'm getting. So it's kind of like the greatest master finds peace even while amidst chaos, right? So this is what Spirit's asking for you to do. If you're feeling extremely sensitive, there's nothing wrong with that. There's everything beautiful. A deer, you think of this as a deer. Very, very sensitive, very delicate, very beautiful. They're very strong. But when you see deer totem, it's walk gently on your path. Why? Because you're coming out of a situation that's quite difficult and you're not quite sure where you're going. So you got to walk gently on your path. Or you're going into a situation you're not quite sure about. So you walk gently on your path. You don't rush a deer. You don't scream at a deer. You often see deers caught in the headlights. They freeze in fear and they get killed because even though they're very connected, they're very sensitive to the light, right? So it's about being sensitive to yourself and your surroundings and understanding what's in your highest good and what isn't. That kind of noise or what would cause you a headache, you're thinking, I need to take medication. No, why are you, it's basically, you need to live a life. We want to live a life where we don't need to escape and go on a retreat to get away from it all, to recharge. You want to live that life. So whatever it is that you're trying to escape from, it tells you what you shouldn't be around or who you shouldn't be around. And taking medication, over medicating yourself because you got to keep going, you don't have to keep going. You feel like you're stuck, but you're not. So it's also talking about the fact that if you are such a sensitive being, you have to recognize that you must have very strong boundaries. I'm going to shut my door. It's not closed. Other people don't realize that they are crossing your boundaries. Other people don't realize that, you know, hey, maybe because we haven't made it very clear that we need to recognize our own sensitivity and be gentle with ourselves. Every time I see that number 14, I think of gentleness. So you're stressed out. Why? Because maybe there's emotions inside that need to come up. My next door neighbor felt the need to dig up the past. There's something there that needed to come up. It was around the jacuzzi, the hot water that's been sitting there, right? It's something maybe boiling underneath. There's something stagnant or something's leaking. Or if there's something leaking, there's something that needs to be addressed, right? Tears leaking, emotions leaking, stressed out. I've got a headache. I've got whatever it is. I'm grinding my teeth. Oh my God. Why? Because you're stressed out. Even in your sleep, you're grinding your teeth. So Spirit says we don't want you to adapt to those situations that are causing extreme stress. Now, this I have to adapt to, right? It's not going to be there all the time. It's just happening today. It happened a couple of days ago. I'll have to take myself away from it, do something else, focus my attention in a different direction. But if there's something that's constantly around you that's causing you to want to take a pill, that's giving you chronic headaches, you've got post-traumatic stress, there's something that you need to deal with. It needs to come up. You're having temper fits, you're annoyed with people, you're isolating, you're keeping away from everybody because you just can't handle it. Why? Because there's something, it's like something's grating on your nerves. So you need to take care because the feelings aren't going to go away. What you drink, what you eat, what you buy, it's not going to go away. You have to deal with it, right? It could be also that you're being overly sensitive, that you're being too much of having a pity party. You're a professional sick person because that's how you get attention. And that's bad. You're going to push people away. You're annoying. Nobody's going to want to be around you, right? What is going on? Well, I've got this, I've got that. You know, when I was in Canada, I was in a very stressful marriage for 10 years. It was very abusive. I was diagnosed with Epstein-Barr syndrome. I was diagnosed with what is it called? That my thyroid was underactive thyroid. They gave me medication for an underactive thyroid. And there was other medication, I think, as well for the Epstein-Barr. I didn't have anything wrong with me. What I had wrong with me was that marriage. It was toxic. It was constant every single day. I gained a ton of weight. I was miserable. And as soon as it ended, I dropped all the weight and my life came back. I didn't need medication. I needed to cut myself loose from a toxic environment, which is what happened. So are you using medication? Are you trying to get attention instead of dealing with the issues that are at hand? Are you waiting for somebody else to figure it out for you? Right? Almost immobile, hanging on that little branch. You know, if you're waiting for someone to come fix it for you, it's going to be a cold day in hell because you're responsible for your own life, right? So all of the things that are coming out, you need to take the time to soothe a sensitive soul. There's nothing wrong with having a sensitive soul. There is everything wrong with using your health, or like I've talked about it the other day. My client, her mother was, she's got Epstein-Barr, she's got this, she's got that. And I said, she sounds like a professional sick person. What she's got is the need for attention. She didn't get any attention when she was growing up, and the only way she could get it was being sick. So she's a professional sick person. Her daughter said, Mom, maybe if you tried this or you tried that. And she didn't want to talk about that. She didn't want any solutions. Stay away from negative people. They have a problem for every solution. You got to ask yourself, what's going on here? Okay, so that's the first message. Then we go to the saints and angels. Let's see what's happening here. Maybe you've had a really horrible thing happen in your life. Maybe you've had a really horrible childhood, really terrible friends. Maybe you've had something unfair happen to you. And so do you want to just sit in that for the rest of your life and feel sorry for yourself and become toxic to yourself and everybody else? Spirit says that we need to take control of our own life, our own environment. We are never stuck. We say that we are, but we're not. Correct for neutrality. So how will this help? So there's an issue with the child, or maybe childhood issues. There's a tree. She's sitting in that family tree, playing her little music. So is there a child that's causing you stress? Is there stress around your childhood? I get it's more childhood problems, issues that happened in childhood. Well, that's ancient freaking history. It's time to dig that up, right? It's leaking through. It's causing problems in other areas of your life. You're not a child anymore. It's time to take action about and bring peace and happiness back into your life. Now, you could take these as two separate issues, and this could be that there's a child in your life, the one that lives inside here, that says that you work too much and you need to have some fun. I'm going to pick up my grandchild because my daughter's working. Are you taking care of somebody else's child while their parent is off somewhere else? Maybe the parent is sick. Maybe their parent is off at work. I don't know. Or is this you? That Spirit says, find your childlike attitude. It also could tell you that there's a child coming into your life soon. Maybe you were adopting. Maybe somebody's getting pregnant. Maybe you're going to connect with somebody who already has a child. I know a child's coming into my life soon in a couple hours. I got to go get my grandson, right? So I'm being told I'm going to tap in on this, to pay extra close attention to what my grandson doesn't say. It takes him a little while when I get him. He's really quiet at first, but after a while he starts talking, and then I'll get things. He's in a difficult age right now, and he's always been a triple honor roll student. I said to my daughter, well, why? She says he's in 8th period. I said 8th period, and she goes, yeah, he's failing math. And I'm like, really? Well, there's a reason he's failing math. What's going on, right? I know it's a difficult age, but he's got friends that are going through a lot. And my grandson is an extra sensitive child. He's a crystal child. So actually what I'm going to do is when I get with him, I'm going to charge his bracelet again. I gave him a hematite bracelet, and it's Reiki charged, and it's long enough. Obviously, crystals, it needs to be cleared, and I'm going to recharge it for him. He needs to wear it. He will. He was wearing it all the time. So I'm going to pay attention. That's a message for myself. Wow. So here's a message. They are spying, stalking, and asking others about you. Who is this? That's childish behavior, right? If somebody is spying and stalking and asking others, and they're acting like a chameleon, which is blending in, trying not to be seen, that's childish. That's childish. That is not appropriate behavior. If somebody wants to talk to somebody, they need to talk to them, period, as themselves, right? Somebody says, I'm sorry, I was selfish. Well, somebody needs to say that in person, not by stalking or spying. Please present a loyal front to your family and friends is what might be the reason there's a problem. Somebody was selfish. They weren't. They didn't present a loyal front with someone to their family and friends. Wow. They were being treated as a child, but they were acting like a child, right? You set boundaries. I can't believe you don't see your high value. So maybe the reason is they're treated like a child, or maybe since childhood they've been basically had to blend in. They don't even exist. Nobody notices them, and they're controlled by their family, or they were. They don't recognize their high value, or maybe that's what needs to be said to a child in your life, or maybe that's what we need to say to ourselves. One more. Stop acting cool. You're a fool. Right? Stop acting cool. Spying and stalking and asking others, but not speaking in person. Right? Not presenting a loyal front. Hiding it, not letting anybody know the truth of how they're feeling. Acting childish. Stop acting cool. You think you're cool? You're not. You're acting like a fool. I need to talk to my grandson, and I got to ask what's going on at school. Right? Are you trying to act cool? So you're not doing what you need to do? I don't know. All that stuff comes up. So now we're going to go to the water element, forgiveness, and dropping your burdens. Maybe you need to drop some people. Maybe you're hanging around the wrong people, right? Maybe you need to drop your defenses. Maybe you need to drop your guard. Drop the act, right? Or you'll get dropped. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Maybe you need to drop somebody off. I'm going to go pick up my grandson and drop him off at the house, right? Maybe somebody needs a ride. Pelican. Maybe you, Pelican, need to give that fish a ride somewhere. Correct for neutrality. You need to release them. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Something that you've been carrying around in your mouth that you haven't been saying. You know, sword is the truth. Sword. Maybe you need to speak your truth, right? Correct for neutralities on all levels. For those who chose the Pelican, water element. What's the message? I haven't used the Stag for a really long time. I don't even know if I ever used it in a reading, but the cards are beautiful. Bat spirit. A rebirth is assured. Do you know what's interesting about this? Is Spirit says I'm going on a trip. And I'm not quite sure where I'm going. And so I started looking through all of my pictures, and I posted a post with all of these places that that came up. And one of them was Shaman's Cave. They call it Shaman's Cave. I call it Batman's Cave, because literally there's an opening that looks like Batman. It's a bat flying there. It's amazing. So, and the number is 5. So a change needs to take place. Why does the change is, a significant change is taking place. And it's taking place because it needs to take place. So whatever it is that you're going through at this time, it's going to be, it's a rebirth. That's what's happening. Something has died and something has been reborn or is being reborn. A rebirth is assured. So whatever this is, something has died, something has run its course. It's over. It's been released. It's finished. It's surrendered. It's completed. It's done. It's dead and buried and over. But something is going to be reborn. So you're being told in your particular instance that this is a miraculous rebirth. So it might have been something that you thought was dead and over and dead and buried, but the elderly neighbor decided to dig up the past. Something's coming back from the past. Somebody knows something. Somebody's going to say something. How interesting. This one's an enlightened one that's been hanging around. So when I look at that hanging around, I think about the hanged man or the hanged woman, right? And that's what they're doing. While they're hanging around, they're not just hanging around, they're being enlightened. Somebody has had a reawakening. They have been, look at right here. So whatever this rebirth is, it could be a rebirth of the way you see yourself. It could be the rebirth of an idea. It could be the rebirth of a project. It could be the rebirth of a situation. It can be your own spiritual rebirth. But while you have been hanging around in the dark, it's kind of like seeds germinate and they grow, but they're in the dark. They don't grow. You don't see them until they come up, right? But they've been growing the whole time, just like a baby. Being born, a new beginning. There's a new beginning happening. In the dark, while you were hanging around, you were getting epiphanies. But while you're in the dark, you can't really find your way. You don't know where you're at. It doesn't feel very good while you're going through this, right? So this is talking about moving from that darkness into light. All of a sudden, oh my God, now the lights are on. I can see. It's an epiphany, right? Oh my God, I can't believe I didn't see that. It was there. Whatever it is, you're shape-shifting from one circumstance or way of being into something else. How interesting. I'm looking at the wings. His little leggies are folded. It's this little leggy that's folded down, but you can see just in the feathers. I don't know if you guys can see. See that little bird? It's a new beginning. Can you see it? You've got to see it. See that little bird? I'm addicted to your light. Wow. I'm falling, but it doesn't feel like falling. I'm coming back to the ground again. It's like I've been awakened. The risk that I'm taking, I'm never going to shut you out. Baby, I can see your halo. Baby, I can see your halo. You're my saving grace. I love this. Wow, I'm going to put the lyrics to the song. I can't remember all the words, and the freaking drill is drowning it out. But the bat spirit is telling you that even if you feel like you're in unfamiliar territory, it's going to be okay. even if you haven't quite been enlightened yet or seen the light in something, while you were in those darkest of days and darkest of nights, you were kind of like in a dream state, and you were being led. You were being led by Spirit. This song, I wish I could remember the words. God, they're annoying as hell. Everywhere I look, I'm surrounded by your embrace. Baby, I can see your halo. You're my saving grace. My halo. I like it when it says I'm falling, but it doesn't even feel like falling. So you're hanging upside down and you're going to fly, right? So Spirit says, trust that what seems to have died is actually shaping up to be something much more beautiful. And look at it when you see it upside down. I had a little bat that came into my apartment when I lived in Sturgeon Bay. It was so sweet. The sweetest little thing. Liger got a hold of it and tore its little wing. I got it away from him. But there were little bats, and people said, they've got rabies, and they didn't. Sweet, they were sweet little things. So right now, Spirit's telling you that if you haven't gotten to this place of enlightenment, and you haven't gotten the communication, or you haven't gotten the epiphany, this is telling you to rest assured that rebirth is evident, and it is apparent, and it's coming. And it's going to be better than it was before. And when you are in this darkness, all of a sudden, the morning light starts to shine through, and you see that little new beginning, that little bird singing away. Everything's going to be revealed, and it's going to be revealed in the light that's best for you. Yay, I like that. So maybe that's all you need to do is speak up, right? Drop your burden. Forgive yourself for whatever. All that was being said, right? Let's see what the messages are for that. We'll see in a second. How does this apply? Please let me adore you. Correct for neutrality on all levels. I'm looking at my carved chest in front of me. And funny, I've got a carved chest right here too, don't I? All of this. But what I'm looking at, I'm looking at it upside down. Oh, this is such a great idea. This is why the hangman is doing what they're doing. They're not just hanging around doing nothing. They are seeking enlightenment. They are connecting with Spirit, and they're being enlightened. So as I'm looking at this chest, it's upside down. The other way, it's waves, and there's a shoreline, and there's a home, and the ship's going across the water. But I'm looking at it from a different perspective. And what I'm looking at, I'll show you. It's a doorway and a window. A window to the future. Or maybe you felt stuck, but there's a window that's open. Whoops, sorry guys. There. Ooh, now that it's gotten quiet, all of a sudden I got a headache. Isn't that funny? Correct for neutrality. Ooh, 2? All right, so it makes perfect sense because you're being told to speak your truth. And recognize that this is a learning experience. So when I look at this, I think, you know what, forgive yourself. It was a learning experience. You need to speak your truth straight up. And maybe when you speak your truth, or maybe someone is going to come and speak their truth, and you're going to be enlightened because the dove is being set free. Peace. Release. I said, let go of what you're holding on to. Set it free. The song that was playing before this came to me, the idea to do this, I was out in the living room. I was trying to talk Sammy into going outside because he wants to go so badly. And the door's open. The other cat's in jail, the one that beats him up. And the song that I heard, now I'm hearing this other song, so it's going to drown it out. Speak your truth. Learn your, it was the song that says, so I want you to be happy, so I'm going to leave. I stop and I think to myself, maybe I'll turn back around, but I think, no, I want you to be happy. And because of that, that person wanted someone to be happy, so they were going to leave. They were going to let somebody go. Maybe they were holding on to them, right? And this one's now saying, go, fly free. Go speak your truth. Maybe that's what someone's encouraging them to do. Go, Speak your truth and set yourself free. The truth will set you free. It's a learning experience. The truth will set you free. You can speak honestly and you can still come from a place of integrity. You don't have to be nasty. You don't have to come across as the king or queen of swords in reverse, but you do need to speak your truth. There's a loving way to do it. And it doesn't really matter at this point, Spirit says, how anybody reacts. The point is that you need to speak your truth. And Spirit is saying, we're watching over this. We're requesting that you do this. No matter how they respond. Some people will agree with you and some people won't, but it doesn't matter. You need to speak your truth. Song, baby, you're a firework. Come on, let them know your worth. As you shoot across the sky and you fly. Baby, you're a firework. Correct for neutrality. What do you have to say for this? For water elements. Make them go, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, I thought that one flipped. You don't have to feel like a waste of time. You're safe. If you only knew what the future holds. After a hurricane comes a rainbow. Maybe the reason why. All the doors have closed, so you can open one that leads you to the perfect road. Like a lightning bolt. It's time to go. You've got to ignite the light and let it shine. You got to speak your truth. Own the night. Own the night. Like a fire coming to life. Baby, you're a firework. I love someone else. That is the truth that needs to be spoken. Remember that person? You know, I think to leave, I turn around and think maybe I'll stay, and then I think no. I want you to be happy. I want me to be happy too. I love someone else. I gotta go. That's the truth, right? They are feeling guilty. Woo. They are feeling guilty. Someone's feeling guilty. What goes around comes around. I feel intimidated by you or by them. Maybe that's why you didn't speak your truth. Stop ignoring me is the message. It's time to let it through. Correct for neutrality. Nothing worse than when all you have to do is open your mouth and say something to put the whole thing at rest, and you don't. Blank page. It's time for turning over the page, right? A fresh new page. Let the past go, drop the past, move forward. Allow somebody else to move forward. Speak your truth. Let it be known. The number is 4. The angels are with you. You're completely guided, protected, and loved. There is no reason for fear. 4 hours, the 4th of the month, 4 weeks, 4 days, the 4th month, the number 4. I was just trying to organize that. You make life better for me. I was just trying to organize those and they all fell together. So there's a message maybe, right? I was just trying to organize things and it all fell. I don't know. Okay, for those who chose, I'm at a party that I don't like. Everybody's got so much to say. I don't think I fit in at this party. Everybody's got so much to say. I always feel like I'm nobody. Remember that one that nobody even recognized that person? They didn't even pay attention to them? It's hard for them to speak up because they've always been told to be quiet. They've kept all their feelings inside. Correct for neutrality on all levels. We're going to the fungus Amongus. The one I brought back from Wisconsin that turned into petrified wood. Is that a problem? Petrified? Terrified. Petrified wood. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Don't be petrified. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the petrified wood. Who is the fungus Amongus? We had the deer, which is air. We had the pelican, which was water. The fire is that one. Okay, so this is earth element. Correct for neutrality. Oop, okay. Armadillo spirit. Ooh, set healthy boundaries. Set healthy boundaries. The armadillo has a hard protective shell and a very soft underbelly. So this one, I don't feel like I fit in it at this party. Everybody's got so much to say. I always feel like I'm nobody. So I put on this protective coating. I put on this tough shell, but I'm not. I feel like a fungus among us, but in all reality, you don't fit in with them, right? Look at the colors. Look at the scales. Interesting. A hard exterior, but this was actually very, very soft. It was taken from its environment. Before it was taken from its environment where it was thriving, it was very soft and pliable and beautiful. And now it's shrunken and it's hard and bitter. That's what happens to this. An armadillo will roll up into a tight little ball to protect its soft underbelly. So somebody coming across like they're tough and hard, because that's the only way that they can keep themselves feeling safe when they're in an environment where they really don't fit in, like this song is saying, right? So you're being told to set healthy boundaries with people. You don't have to be in a place that you don't want to be in. Healthy boundaries are vital at this time. This one's actually quite unique. Look at the earrings it's got on its ear. So right now, Spirit says, like I said, if you're waiting for somebody to take control and fix this all, it's going to be a cold day in hell. You need to take advantage of your own circumstances. You need to take control of your own life. You need to set boundaries. You need to set intentions in order to bring yourself into true alignment with where you are supposed to be, where you feel comfortable, where you can allow the soft side of you to come out and not have to be constantly putting on a tough exterior. You need to learn where you begin and where others end. This message is talking about, I don't feel comfortable in here. They're all talking about stuff that I'm not interested in what they're talking about. I can't even be myself here. So you need to set healthy boundaries saying, I'm not comfortable with this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to be here, right? My intention is to not be in an environment that I need to escape. I need to take pills. I need to drink. I need to eat. I need to dress in a certain way. Armadillo, look at the way he's dressed. Look at the makeup and the earrings. It's not what an armadillo has. He's not being natural. He's not being his own natural self. The number 3 says full circle completion. It also says an ascended master is working with you, helping you, guiding you. Let them take you by the hand and lead you where you need to go and what it is that you need to do. Show you where, this is where I am, and this is where they are. I don't have to be that, right? I can go into that environment and I don't have to be like them. I can be myself. I don't have to curl my hair the way they want. I don't have to put on makeup the way they do. I don't have to wear earrings like that the way they do. I can do whatever I want. Or I can wear multiple earrings in my ear. I can curl my hair that way. I can do whatever I freaking want. But I'm going to make choices based on what my soul wants me to do, what I feel comfortable with. And when I get to the place where I'm comfortable setting healthy boundaries, it's empowering. No, I don't want that. I don't like that. No, I want to do this. This is what I choose to do. I know that you don't like it, but this is what I want to do. This is what makes me happy, right? So Spirit's saying it's time to get honest with yourself. What is it that you want? What is it who you want? What is it that you want to do? A good way to figure this out is telling yourself or figuring out what I don't want. I don't like this. When you find out what you don't want, it's very easy to see what you do want. The opposite of what you don't want, right? So be clear on what it is. Get outspoken about what it is. Speak your needs to the universe first. This is what I'm asking for. Get very detailed about what it is that you're asking for. The universe can't deliver if you aren't clear with yourself. Pay attention to how you feel. That person said, I'm not comfortable in this place, right? I'm not comfortable. It makes me feel whatever. Your body's talking to you. Your body's telling you what isn't working for you, right? So pay attention to your signals that you get from your body, that you get from your head. I get a headache whenever this person's around. I get stressed out. My back, something doesn't feel right. If something doesn't feel right, it isn't right, right? There's something that's wrong. It doesn't mean that it's wrong for everybody else. It just means it doesn't work for me. It could be completely fine and nothing wrong with it. It's just not my thing, right? There you go. See the 3? An ascended master is working with you? Yes, they are. That one loves you. Is it your grandma? Is it your mom? Is it your aunt? It's somebody in spirit. Could be an uncle. Whatever it is, it's a loving energy. It's a nurturing energy. And spirit says, we're watching over you. But there's also a message here too. It just got me. Don't worry. That little boy is being watched over, because I know my mother is his Gigi, his great-grandma, and she's watching over him. So spirit is telling you, don't worry about that little one. They're being watched over. They're being guided. They're being helped. And even if there's a little one that's inside of a big boy, this is a message for me and for you. It's okay. We're taking them by the hand. We're guiding them. It's also a message that if you've lost a child, this child is happy. This child is at peace. You don't need to worry anymore. The ones that went before are guiding that one. And that one may come back into your life in a different way, in a different form. So this is the energy that you want, a loving, nurturing, protective energy. This is one that's been left, who doesn't feel they have this loving, nurturing, protective energy. And so because of that, they have to be tough and they have to put on this false facade. That song, why do you have to go make things so complicated? Stop acting so cool. You're acting like a fool. That isn't a nasty, that's a saying, don't pretend. You don't need to pretend. You just need to be who you are, because you're loved for who you are. If you're a super sensitive person, if you're different than other people, you don't need to be putting on a facade in order to feel that you're not going to be hurt. You are being watched over. Spirit's watching over you. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. I wish I could pretend I didn't need you. This is the song. You tell everybody we're just friends, but friends don't know the way you taste. So this is somebody who's not allowing the truth of how they feel to be out there. Correct for neutrality. For the ones who chose the fungus amongus. A fungus grows on you, right? Maybe that's what it is. You know what? At first I thought you were kind of tough. I thought you were kind of a hard ass. I thought you were a little bit strange, but you know what? You've definitely grown on me, because I can see that you're actually very soft and gentle and loving. And maybe sometimes people have to act like they're tough, so they have to be strong. Sometimes they have to come across that way. Maybe that's how you saw them. Maybe they were going through something at that time that you weren't aware of, right? But inside, they're actually quite gentle and loving. There's a child inside of every one of us adults. I love you like a sister, brother, or a cousin. That is needing to be said. Wow. Wow. I love you like a sister, brother, or cousin. It makes me uncomfortable. You know, this is, I recoil and I put this hard shell on because I don't feel that way about you. I love you like a sister, like a brother, like a cousin, you know? I don't love you in that way. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Somebody else says, we need some time alone. Or they're saying to this one, look, I love you like a sister. I love you like a sister or a brother or a cousin. But this one and I, we need some time alone. All right? That's coming out and saying what you need to say, even if your knees are shaking. They want you as a partner. So they want you as a partner. Now, it could be in business, or they could want you as a lover, as a partner, and maybe all you feel is a brother or sister. So that needs to be clear. That needs to be clarified, right? You need to set a healthy boundary. I love you, yes, but not that way. I know what you did. So if it's already out, the cat's out of the bag, it's already out there, so deal with it, right? Deal with it. Take that leap you are considering. Take that leap you are considering. We want some time alone. They want you as a partner. Take that leap you are considering. One more, Spirit said. For those who chose the fungus among us. Your friend is hitting on me. There you go. Your friend is hitting on me. Like, look, set boundaries. Your friend is hitting on me, okay? Maybe I'm coming across like a bitch because your friend is hitting on me. I don't know who it is, but your friend is hitting on me. So it is somebody, and it's inappropriate. I don't like them that way, right? I care about them. Yes, I care about them like a brother or a sister or a cousin or a friend, but your friend's hitting on me. Maybe it's completely separate. Hey, we need some time alone. They want you as a partner. They're going to take that leap that they're considering, but your friend is hitting on me. Hello? And now you may say, I already know what they did. I already know what they did. So then boundaries need to be addressed, right? You need to speak your freaking truth, right? Stay away. Stay away. It's inappropriate. Where did it go? I can't remember where it went. Okay, that's it for that. So the last one is going to be fire element. I'm going to choose this because I love this. You should see this lit at night. It's beautiful. It sends a reflection all the way around. It's all lit up. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose, I've got to stand right now. Oh my God. My leg is cramping. There. Let me get our, well, I guess I can wander around. It hurts. Like, definitely. And it's so interesting. I said that, maybe somebody's not taking a leap forward or not, going in the direction that they're meant to go. No, it's because I'm freaking sitting with my leg crossed for too long. I need to get out and walk. Okay, correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the fire element, correct for neutrality on all levels. I don't want to knock this off and break this. Careful. There. Correct for neutrality. It's my little kitchen behind me. Correct for neutrality. Maybe you want to look at the view. Can you see the lake if I go like this? Little bit, hey? Correct for neutrality. For those who chose the fire element. Oh, it feels good to walk. That's a message. Maybe somebody needs to get out and walk. I definitely do. Those who chose the fire element. I was looking for my water. Hold on, I need to get a drink of water. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the fire element, I wonder if they've stopped now for 5 minutes. I'm doing a reading. What? What? I don't know. Under the bed, probably. Under the bed, probably. Doesn't matter if I say I'm doing a reading. Boundaries. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose fire element, and that would be me at the moment. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality. That one. That's pretty funny. Skunk spirit. So, this is talking about knowing your sense of self-worth, but when I talk about the skunk, I'm going to bring you guys around because they've stopped working for now. The skunk is talking about, are you using your scent to repel or draw towards you? There we go. That's what skunk says. Oh, so much better. I see, and I went to cross my leg. No. So it's talking about knowing your sense of self-worth. Your sense of self-worth. I think that's pretty funny. But it does talk about boundaries, right? You can either repel or draw towards you with the scent that you're sending out. Skunk can be, very back off. You spray that smell and it's not good. Are you making yourself stinky or are you drawing towards you by your behavior? So, but knowing your own sense of self-worth is basically telling you be proud of who you are. Skunks are so freaking cute. I'm looking at the end of this skunk and it looks like a weasel on the end. Can you see that? So I need to see something really quick. Weasel. Weasel totem. Weasel totem. Okay, that's interesting. So a weasel totem is talking, and I gotta get going, get my grandson. Weasel is talking about stealth, being stealthy. It's talking about, it's interesting. Oh, it's awful though, because I think about weasels and how people use them as, you know, in the olden days, they'd have them wrapped around their neck as stoles. Ugh, just disgusting. So on one end, you've got, so I think that's interesting. You can use your scent to repel. Maybe you're doing that, right? You're going to repel. Maybe that's you're the weasel, the stealthy. You're gonna, or you don't want to be noticed. If you don't want to be noticed, you're not going to spray in a negative way, right? You're not going to spray in a negative way. So it's talking about getting close without being noticed. We said somebody is stalking, watching, right? The weasel is, they dig a hole in the ground and then they back down into it so that they're protected, but they can see what's coming at them. So you're digging a hole by your behavior is one message. It's about being stealthy, but they're dangerous also. They've got very, very sharp teeth. So somebody could be looking at you as dangerous, but you're just defending yourself, right? You're just defending yourself. Like a skunk is just defending himself when he sprays that way. So let me look at, they're very wild and mysterious, the weasels. That they love to play. They run around and play, but they have a weird smell too. It's hard to track them. It's hard to find them. They are, I'm surprised this didn't come up with the chameleon, but it might. So then who was chameleon? Whoever was chameleon, I can't remember. There's something connected to those ones. Ooh, getting ringing in my ears. So justice comes forward by the Greeks talk about justice when they speak of the weasel. The weasel kills the snakes. You're defending yourself. You're stealthy in order to defend yourself. Maybe that's why you're watching. Maybe you're watching somebody to make sure that they're okay. You're worried about them. You're living in a place of danger. Maybe you feel that you're living in a place of danger, but maybe you are in a place of danger. Interesting. Ooh, again. Christians, certain ones view you as unclean. Okay, and the message is know your own sense of self-worth. Some people think that you're dangerous. They think that you're unclean. They're looking negatively at you when the only way reason you caused a stink was because you were defending yourself. Somebody told me that you had a girlfriend that looked like a boyfriend. I never thought I'd let a rumor ruin my moonlight. So somebody portrayed somebody in a different light than they were. Somebody caused a stink, pretended something, acted mean and nasty. It was, somebody told a lie, a rumor. Rumors are the worst, and so is assuming and believing in rumors, believing in gossip. I'm seeing a little bird right now. It's a finch. Finch says, there will be a great deal of sudden activity. I love sitting in this window because I get to see my animal messengers when they need to come. So right now, you're being told to be proud of yourself and what you've accomplished. And it doesn't matter what rumors people have had to say. The stinky rumors that they've spread about you. No, this is knowing your own sense of self-worth. You don't need to hide. Some may think that you're dangerous. They find you dangerous. They may find you unclean. They don't agree with what you do. A Christian, my son, he doesn't speak to me because he thinks that what I do is deal with demons. It's not true, but that's how he feels. So here's another message about, you know what, not everybody's going to agree with you, and not everybody needs to agree with you, because 5 says a change is taking place, a significant change, and it needs to take place. And you've got angels all around you, says 4. You're completely guided, protected, and loved. You've got no reason for fear. You don't need to lash out. You don't need to waste your energy lashing out to these people who tell rumors or who believe in rumors about you. You know who you are. You have a sense of self-worth. And you will share what you have to say. Some will be repelled by it, others will be drawn in by it. But the ones that will be inspired are the ones that you need to put your attention to, because 5 and 4 together is 9. And that means everything you need, light worker, you've got it all. Everything you need in order to move forward on your spiritually illuminated path. Don't hide that beautiful flower. You get out there and you move forward. Stop procrastinating. You've got a lot to be proud of. The skunk says, we want you to be proud of yourself. Not everyone's going to appreciate you. Not everyone's going to think that you're adorable like I do. They're not. You're going to trigger people. You're going to trigger people, and you're going to make them act nasty. You're not going to make them act nasty. They're going to act that way because they're triggered by something that they need to deal with. So Spirit says, no, don't make any apologies to these ones. You don't need to dumb down or cover up or pretend or hide out or any of this. You don't need their approval. You don't need their respect, right? All you are is standing in your integrity and being the truth of who you are. And that's all that matters. Song right now, he don't love you anymore? Walk your fine ass out the door. Do your hair toss. Check your nails. Next. Next. Who's in line? Next. Correct for neutrality. And that may be some family member who doesn't approve of you. Right? Your boss doesn't approve of you. Who cares? Correct for neutrality. You know when I say it that way? Who cares? Not me, says the great horned owl. Correct for neutrality on all levels, because I am a seer, and what matters to me is what Spirit says. This one, be brave. You need to be brave. Look at this. You're being protected by that beautiful blue-eyed panther. And that blue-eyed panther is being watched over by an angel. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like this a lot, because this could be 2. This is 2, right? A pair. But this is also, that one is being viewed as dangerous, wild, right? That one's dangerous. You better watch yourself with that one. Are you kidding? That one's got an angel wrapping their arms around that one. And then you look at it in the other way. The moon is back here. Secrets. This whole thing started with secrets, family secrets coming to light. Secrets that talked about your identity and the truth of who you are, and what happens when those secrets come to light, right? The moon shows a reflection of light on the water, the emotional waters, but when the moon comes out, it illuminates, but it doesn't illuminate everything. It casts shadows, right? It's not until the sun comes out and causes a stink and says, hey, this is the way it really is. Then, see the sun right here? The daisy flower? Yeah, the sun, how interesting. It's the flower of the daisy is the flower of the Aries people. So determination, outspoken, right? And the color of your solar plexus, talking about your center of self-worth. You are guarded and protected. This is also saying that this one that looks like a wild beast, this one that they're telling you to be afraid of, they have someone, and maybe they're out there alone feeling that way because they feel hunted, but they have an angel watching over them from Spirit. I love this message. Be brave. It's time to be brave. Hold on, let me go get my cards. What is this song? Oh God, that song is so upsetting for me. They were together with the one that they loved, and they held each other tight because they knew that when they left, they weren't going to see them. It's our last night. That happened to me, but I didn't know that's what was happening. They knew. They were leaving, and they weren't coming back. Okay, let me get my water and all of my cards. That song's upsetting every time I hear it. And when the daylight comes, I'll be on my way. Ugh. Reliving that over and over again. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose, be brave. Well, what do you need to be brave about? You know, I mean, I don't know. There's all kinds of things that you need to be brave about. Maybe be brave to go speak your truth. Maybe it's about being brave and coming out of isolation. Maybe it's about being brave and stepping forward and saying, this is the truth of who I am. This is what really happened. Maybe it's being brave and standing up to people. Maybe you're in a position where you feel that you're not safe. You are safe. Spirit says we are watching over you. You are protected. Right now, instead of being afraid because of the illusions that are cast by the moon, which are things that are not clear, right? You got to wait till the sun comes out. Don't get stuck in that place of fear. They're telling you that there is a blessing in this situation. And when you focus on the fact that God's got a plan, Spirit has a plan, you're going to see that. They're telling you also that there's somebody that you might be feeling intimidated by. How interesting. Somebody might be feeling intimidated by another. This stinky skunk that turns into a nasty weasel, maybe there's somebody that you feel that way about. But they're telling you, this is the part that I love most about this message, is that this person that you feel intimidated by, you're soon going to find out that they're your most trusted ally, loyal like this, devoted. They've both been devoted. Maybe one hasn't been seen, but they've been devoted and loyal. I love that. That's a beautiful message. Loyalty is extremely important to me. Spirit's telling you there's nothing for you to worry about. Don't be afraid about the circumstances. There's an opportunity that's coming for you, and it's coming for you because Spirit says that you can handle it. Spirit says you're going to grow from this, from whatever it is that's coming. They're saying if there is going to be a conflict, don't run from the conflict. Stand tall, right? Stand there in a place of integrity and be graceful. You don't need to lose your shit and spray all over the place, right? Ask Spirit for help. They're telling you you're going to get the help that you deserve. And the situation, I got this earlier today, and that the situation that you're in is going to be resolved in an unexpected way. I got it yesterday too. They kept showing me. I'll show you guys. I sent it to my girlfriend, Keisha, when I did a reading for her. She just came back from the Caribbean, and I said, oh, wow, that's so interesting. I'm looking at the color, and it's reminding me of this crystal. And I said the message, and the message was exactly what she needed to hear in the reading. And it was this crystal, Beryl. That was the color of the water that she was in. And I said, this is a very important crystal. And it's telling you what Spirit just said to you, that there's going to be a resolution of whatever this situation. I love this. I said, I want this as a wedding ring, that color. This is actually, Beryl is a type, this is a beryl crystal. Ruby, emerald, aquamarine, ruby, emerald, aquamarine, what's the fourth one? They're all beryl crystals. This is actually aquamarine, but it's a blue-green aquamarine. Mostly when people look at aquamarine rings, I was trying to see that bird, my little sister wore an aquamarine ring, and when I was led into an ambush in my senior year, and somebody jumped me and knocked me out with a bottle of Tyrolean wine, I can't even believe this. I was wearing my sister's ring on a little chain like this, and it broke, and I lost it. She's been gone. She was already gone. I mean, it's like, ugh. But that ring means a lot to me. This crystal cup means a lot to me. But generally, when you look at aquamarine, it's a very, very pale crystal, but not this one. This one is the color of the sea. It's beautiful. And it tells you that an ongoing problem, or whatever this situation, a dilemma, something that you're concerned with, is going to be resolved in an unexpected way. And when that happens, all the stress that you're feeling, like in this situation, gosh, I've got all my cards all over the table. Where is it? Where do things disappear when I have them right in front of me? I keep saying peaceful. Okay, not you. Where did they all go? Well, the situation with the, okay, here. So here, somebody feels the need for protecting. Somebody's stalking, watching. Maybe they're watching someone else because they feel that they're not safe. Maybe they feel they're not safe themselves, and that's why they're doing that. They're trying to see what's going on because they're not quite sure of the situation, and they want to see what's happening because they don't trust, because they listen to a rumor. I never thought I'd let a rumor ruin my moonlight. Ooh, I never thought I'd let a rumor ruin my moonlight. There's the moonlight, these two together, and somebody told a lie, and they believed a rumor. Somebody told me you had a boyfriend, you were dating somebody else. No, they were wrong, and you believed the wrong person, and that's the problem. But where's the message? Where's my little stinky skunk? So the little stinky skunk, somebody caused a stink, and they thought they needed to act like a little weasel. They acted like a weasel. Somebody acted like a weasel and caused a stink. Somebody acted like a weasel and caused a stink. They did. Ooh, I'm getting it now. I've got to find that. Where is that one? Somebody acted like a weasel and they caused a stink. They told a rumor. And that one believed the rumor. And it ruined their moonlight. And that one has to do with the message that said soon someone is going to be your most loyal ally. I feel as though the one who caused the stink, and I can't find the card for the life of me, is going to be that one. Whoever it is that caused a stink. They're going to turn out to be your most loyal ally. Wouldn't that be the most amazing way of turning things around, right? Wow. Wow. I mean, if you want to make something better, you stand up for somebody that you did wrong. Wow, that's pretty amazing. I can't find the card. So let's go on to, so Beryl, I mean, the Beryl crystal is telling you that someone's going to prove to be your most loyal ally. Wow. As the situation resolves itself, whoever this was that has felt regret or guilt, they're going to let go of that. And they're going to realize that, wow, I could have done something about this a long time ago. Spirit says, open your heart. Open your heart. This is amazing. I love this. I love this. Okay, let's see the messages. Wow. Correct for neutrality. I'm going to shuffle these in because that was the same one we just got. If it wants to come out again, that's fine. But correct for neutrality. If I can help anybody with a private reading, dream analysis, interested in having a Reiki charged crystal made, ceremonial sage wands, I'm the Queen of Wands. My email address is sherrycolumbus@yahoo.com. My email address, my website is sherrycolumbus@yahoo.com. My email address. My website is www.theangelswhisper.com. They whisper because they want you to pay attention. They're not going to yell at you. They want you to pay attention to your intuition and what they're saying because they're always trying to talk to us. The baby is his. The one who caused the stink. The baby is his. Ooh, I know who it is. I knew that anyway. I knew that anyway. Huh. I might help you to know that, however. Correct for neutrality on all levels. I'm sorry I hurt your feelings. Gosh, you know, when you say things like that, it's like soothing salve on a burn, you know? You can be really, really mad at somebody, really, really hurt. And when they say, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings. You know, I end up crying myself for them. No one holds a candle next to you. No one holds a candle next to you. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that what we're looking at? We're using the candle, right? That's our item that we chose from. And to the other, no, I have no interest. That is like very firm. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Wow, these are so random. It's time to make time for your partner or your family over work. I gotta go get my little cutie pug. You are a work in progress. Good job. Okay, one more? Oh my God. I don't know how many each of you guys got, but correct for neutrality. This was my item. I love this one. I love this one. Correct for neutrality on all levels. You know, just because you love somebody doesn't mean you're not going to get mad at them. And just because you're mad at somebody doesn't mean you don't love them. I'm sorry I was selfish. The end. Namaste. Have a beautiful day.